Welcome on in, my family. We're doing it. Happy March 1st, 2024. Welcome. Was he late or were you early? Think about it that way. Mind-blowing, right? Willow Pillow. Welcome, everybody. Corey, I see you all. Lindsay, is someone going to tell him? Tell him what? Tell him. He'd love to know. Who else is here? Where are you punching in from? Where are you hugging in from? Cindy Lou. The crew. Ariel, you went up to the surface again. Gets weird when you start off the video with Disney quotes. It really does. Galactic updates. Galactic updates. How are you feeling with all those solar flares? The galactic update is going to be that. People are sleeping very odd. Some people are waking up in puddles of sweat. Your brother's here to normalize that. Everything is very normal. Normal in the regards that is not so much normal, but it is normal because it's happening to everybody in some way, shape, or form. Some people are just extremely, extremely tired, and they're pushing their bodies through things. They're pushing their mind through certain things. And the biggest thing that Spirit wants me to let you all know is to listen to your body. So, and you guys know I'm like the biggest advocate of like, you're tired, too bad, get in the gym. You got to get the energy off you and raise the frequency. But listen to your body. Lots of ascension symptoms. So I believe we've fixed the camera again. I've watched some videos. I changed some settings in the phone. Why sometimes it was working and sometimes it wasn't. That's a question for the AI. To be honest with you. So yeah, let's do this. We're going to get right on into it. Is there anything else I'd like to add? Yeah, lots of miracles, lots of stories that will be told tomorrow. If you're not already in the patron family, we do the weekly tarot over there. It's multi-dimensional. We put one spread on top of the other. It's a blast. Safe space, crew. We get to have no filter over there whatsoever. Not that there's a filter here, but you guys know how it is. You know how it is. So that's Galactic Tarot on Patreon. And yeah, thank you all for being here. Let's get right on into it. And let's write down, ooh, Cornwall, UK. Jen, awake siren. Welcome, Becky. Inner Peace with Denise. Denise, are we starting a new channel? What's happening? Denise, get me excited, Denise. I'm already excited. We have to be excited. We have to be passionate, my family. It is the passion that is the enthusiasm, which is what has God within. So become enthusiastic about being enthusiastic. Welcome, Dollface. Welcome, Veronique. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's get right on into it. What's the time? 3:33. Aries. Okay. 3:33. Let's do this. Let's clear some space here. Let's clear some space. You should have done this while you were running late, Alexander. No one sounds like that. I don't know what that voice is. One of these nights. Ba-bam. Ooh, the table. Here we go. All right. Benevolent forces of this multidimensional reality, please assist Alexander with aligning a card reading for everybody born under the Zodiac sign of Aries for March 2024. Future window. Present window. Ooh, it is Freya Day. Welcome, Bethany. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Oh, a little popper. Popcorn, the sun. I think it's going to work. I watched videos. It's the big one. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. He's not ready. Okay. No, he's ready. He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. Okay. Moving forward. Get that computer out of here. All right. Moving forward. Moving forward with love. Aries, let's get right on through it. Okay, so card number 1 and number 2, the for and for the against. What is working against? If you're going to work against a card in the tarot, let's make it the devil card. Okay, family. All right, so boom, boom. So this card that represents marriage, that represents the union of the masculine and the feminine. Spirit is letting us know that we, during the month of March, it seems like we are triggering somebody that maybe has not done all the work. Moving on from there, let's look at this work. Let's look at what's going on with this person. Let's look at what's going on with us. More importantly, okay, to serve others, we need to be helping the self, be the best version of us that we can be. So this talks about emotional and spiritual celebration. So with this celebration, what are we doing with that? Boom, there's the sun again. So the popper came up in an influential spot after he was just talking about the sun. So this is once again talking about these solar flares, talking about who we're dealing with at work energetically, who we're dealing with at home energetically. This person could be somebody who loves you very, very much. That does not mean that they've done the work to become the pure vessel that they're supposed to be right now. As we go from one reality to another and go through this multidimensional reality, as you move towards your purity, that is going to basically force the hand of certain people in the most benevolent way possible. This is what is known as the work. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm doing the work. Are they doing the work? We see that with this work that's being done, it's about to start. When we look right here in the 6 and 7, like this category, which is like basically also going to be answering this question, we see a new beginning because they're sad, they're angry, they're these people that are very important to you are really going through some heartache. They're not feeling right. They're feeling biological changes within the body as well. They're noticing that they're actually becoming spiritual. You might be noticing these conversations happening with you because you're the person that they know is obviously most likely that they can have these conversations with. So looking at this hat says, you know, the bigger the hat, the bigger what they're dealing with is. So it's a lot of stuff from the past. It's a lot of heartache. This is basically saying you've done this and you're getting the energy from it. But because you've done it, like I said, you're kind of like, you know, pushing this person to do this. I'm looking at this as they have wings, they can fly, but you're giving them the nudge for them to learn that they can soar, learn that they can fly on their own. So usually if this card comes up, like we get to have a conversation about, you know, giving a break, taking space from this person, moving away from them. Right now it's about Aries, you sitting with the fact that things used to bother you more when you were dealing with the same person or when you were dealing with people like this. Your heart used to race more. Your stomach would turn over. You're noticing that you're in more control over the feeling. And that doesn't mean that the feeling is gone. But if you tune in this present moment or the next on what I'm saying, you're going to notice that, wait a minute, he's right. It's not affecting me like it used to. This used to actually be debilitating. This used to be something that was very, very difficult. Now you're seeing it for what it is. This person obviously is wishing to be pure, but there's addictions. There's a victim mentality. There's something that's going on that they're not feeling loved, plain and simple. And this is coming up from the past. So just kind of like being there. It's not about you even saying anything. It's just about being. It's just being there, because like this is showing like how good things are going during this month for you. Whether or not you're feeling that, or really able to notice like, oh God, yeah, this things are better. Things are definitely better than they were. That's for sure. You're heading towards victory. We've got a party card over here, and we've got people actually watching you party over here, because that's the card that shows what how you're being perceived by others. So moving up here to the hopes and fears, we see this offering coming. Who's the offering from? I feel like the offering is probably from this person. You're hoping to get a more pure vision. The subject that's coming up that I would love to speak about, but it is not the time to speak about this topic that I've been wanting to talk about with you for 7 months or so. And it's just, coming into alignment with that, which has happened. But what I will say is this person coming to you in true purity, not coming to you with obligations, not coming to you with ulterior motives, not coming to you with certain belief structures, or, what's really taking place here. Are you ready, and are you able to truly be with this person that you're already with? And I know that sounds like a romantic partnership only, but I mean like in business and this and that. This person is testing you. The way that they're testing you is asking you to let them know by your actions if they are safe. So this can come through in a multitude of ways, and that is what we will be talking about very soon. But just like I said, maybe pause and just know even more energy is coming to you very soon. Even more victory is coming upon you. And what are you going to do with this? Looking forward to the end of the month, we see the counselor, we see anything being able to come up, and us still charging forward. Having that cloud cover over this card is very awesome, because we've got the paladin basically seeing like, it doesn't matter what comes up. I know how to navigate it. I know how to navigate whatever's coming up, because I'm moving forward with love and magic. This is like basically another validation that the only real house of magic is love, and love is what is required for us to do and be who we're supposed to be. So when whatever this is, I don't even want to call it a challenge. I don't even want to call it a test. It's just you showing yourself that you have stepped into a bigger light ship. You've stepped into a bigger vessel. You've stepped into a bigger body. That the daily was even about this today. So, things are shifting while we're sleeping or not sleeping. The sun is having effects take place they're scientifically based. This isn't like, I'm not looking into a crystal ball and being like, this is solar flare happening. These are readings and studies that we can see that the sun is having these massive X-class and M-class events, plain and simple, that they weren't happening to this degree, to this intensity in, when we were born. So, Katie! Oh, did you see that? The camera got a little sleepy for a second. It stayed on. Whatever I did, maybe like the little sensor thing worked. Oh. Katie, you never visited. All right, let's write down Taurus. Are we doing Taurus? That was a long one. 1434. All right, let's do this. Hey, what is this? Oh, sneakers. That's never happened before. A couple cards are trying to sneak away. No, not the meditation card, Taurus. You can't avoid your meditation. Nicholas and Jim. Yes. Bring in more of that divine masculine, my brothers. Okay. Benevolent forces of the multidimensional reality, please assist Alexander in aligning a proper and accurate card reading for everybody born under the Zodiac sign of Taurus from March 1st, 2024 through March 31st, 2024 for the I am presence that I am, that I am, that I am. By the way, I love you guys so much. Any other channel, they'd get reamed. I noticed that last month, the first sentence said February 1st to February 31st. And I was like tuning in. I was like, people read this. Nobody was like, excuse me, there's only 29 days. I got none of it. And I was like, I love my people. I love you guys. Jimmy too. As I said, bring in the divine masculine, my brother. Oh. Hey, it had to happen eventually, right? Now that was not a popper. That was a blunder. That was a blunder. He's doing what he's doing today. You get, when you have specific days that you go live on, you're going to get what you get when you get what you get. All right. Oh my God. Now that's a popper. That one just did a backflip. All right. Something's going on. We'll look at it. Taurus. Okay. Here we go. What do we got, Taurus? Ba-boom. Ba-boom. On your shoes and peace, simultaneous release. Okay. We got the Judgment card as the cloud cover. We've got moving very quickly here in strength. The strength of the masculine and the feminine working together. Something is being tested, my beautiful, beautiful family. We see the high priestess here. The priestess getting an offering. Parts of this scene, yeah, they want me to talk about this with you guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay. Anyways, not today though. Anyways, offerings that are coming to the priestess, are they made in purity? Whether or not you are in a masculine or a physical vessel, we have both aspects. The one is in the all. The masculine and the feminine are blended together within the self. This is Hermetic principles. These are laws of the reality. This is not a theory. This is what all the greats knew. So moving forward while looking backwards, you're looking backwards on how you were feeling when you were offered this in the past, how you were feeling afterwards, after you've done this thing. Your priestess is asking you to be in the present moment and tune in on how you're going to be feeling after this thing that this person is pressuring you into. Okay, so because as a high angelic, this is saying moving forward in balance, and the card that popped out was saying, look through the spiritual window. So what this is saying is, and other people can tell, you're feeling after whatever this is. I'm sure a lot of you know what this is. After whatever this is takes place, you're not feeling like you were properly. You're not feeling right, and other people can see it. It's affecting your frequency. So knowing that something affects your frequency, you're going to want to make sure that you're being strong in that regard until this other person becomes strong. And there might be and should be, in Alexander's eyes, certain conversations that take place that they don't have to be ultimatums, but it just should be where and how this is going to get done, because this is what so many of us in the metaphysical community are dealing with right now. And these are the questions that are being asked. And this is why business partnerships and love relationships and everything has been shifting and changing to the degree that it has, because we're wanting to be looking within at truly what is taking place. How am I feeling after? How am I feeling during? How am I feeling before? And, you know, what is making its way out and transmutating from the old reality and the old patriarchy, and what and how things are supposed to be now. For sure, when I look right here, I'm seeing this card that represents the cup flowing over and over and over, and a certain willingness and readiness as well, with the balance, with dream time, and with what's going on late at night. How are we feeling late at night? What are we thinking about? To be able to control the future moment, we need to be controlling the present moment. To control the present moment, we need to be asking questions very simply. It's very simple to control the future, believe it or not. You have to just be asking, how could I have done better? It's that simple. By you asking, how could I have done better? Even if next time this situation comes up, there's a fail and we do not act better. We look and we're like, wow, that's weird. Like last time I did this and now this time I did that and it's worse. The fact that you're tuning in and you're finding that, you will be asking these questions over and over again, and you will be wanting to become better. You will be wanting to see your evolution. So it's inevitable. So like I said, it's not even about like checking in and seeing, you know, it's about checking in rather. It's about that level of awareness and presence. But what I'm saying is, it's not about you checking in and then being upset with yourself and then feeling guilty and feeling weird about it. The fact that you're checking in is a win in and of itself. So Taurus, your whole month is about the awakening process and your truth to move forward with love, having all the elements on the table. How do we have all the elements on the table if something's being done that makes us feel weaker, that doesn't make us feel strong, makes us feel drained? You're going to need to pay attention to what these things are until Alexander makes that video, which is coming. You said it was coming 7 months ago. What would you know about pressure? By society. I canceled myself. That's what happened. Boom, 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 boom. All right. These lights are so bright. They're just so bright. I look like I haven't been out in the sun in like 2 years. I've been in the sun. I don't know. These lights, they're just beaming on me. Okay. Gemini. Oof, 22:48. I exit the warrior today's time, Sawyer. Okay. Ooh, Lisa, welcome. Mama, welcome. Hello. Okay, Gemini, let's go. Alrighty. Forces, please. Card. Reading for everybody going to the Zodiac sign of Gemini from March 1st, 2024 to March 31st, 2024 for the presence. That I am, that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am. Kiara. Gemini. 2, 3. Okay. All right, that's 3 masculine cards in a row. Okay, so there's a theme going on here. Okay. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. It's not. Okay. Those who wish to be. Okay. being the high angelic that you came here to be, being the high angelic that you were and will be over and over and over again, because it is your truest soul essence. Okay. There were certain people, there were certain belief structures, there were certain patriarchal programs that you needed to learn about to be able to find the energy, to be able to manifest these offerings that you're still waiting for. Gemini, you're waiting for something, but you're in your own way, is what this says. So if it's money, you got to look at your belief structures. You got to look at what's coming out of your mouth. If it's love, you got to look at your belief structures. Look at what's coming out of your mouth. There's the mouth and the brain are thinking, this is what happens. I do A and then Z happens. And that is the case because that is what you are thinking and saying. Now, that was very important where you were. When you were still in and involved in the old patriarchy, that was very serving to you. That is no longer serving to you, but it is all that can serve you because you still believe that's the only way that it is and the only way that it can be. So please just know that that was a certain way to get you to ask why, to get you to look inward. And now that you've looked inward and you're in this new ascended reality, whether it seems ascended or not, it is releasing that belief structure, because this is the equivalent of being stretched out like from one cliff to the other cliff. And instead of just jumping to either side, just getting exhausted and being the bridge in the middle and not asking, do I, just this repetitive, like, do I go left or go right, till you just become stationary. That's what this is showing. So instead of blaming the reality, blaming other archetypal frequencies, blaming aliens, whatever the heck you're blaming for what has been taking place, it's you. You asked for it. You asked for that challenge so you'd find your power, so you would learn that you're a high angelic. But now that you know you're a high angelic, you know you're doing the Lord's work, so to speak. You don't need that challenge anymore. Okay? So there's the meditation card. Spending more time in meditation would be very, very beneficial. Being the immovable object of love. When you are tested, you're going to be tested to see if you're worthy of the next vehicle, the bigger light ship, the bigger spiritual body. This is going to be done by us seeing if we're moving forward with love. You've got the two masculine love cards of the suit of cups, this feminine element in the masculine hands, like moving forward with this, moving forward as the unstoppable force and the immovable object. So moving forward with that, and then not being able to decide whether to go left or go right, whether to go forward or go back. That's what's going on right here with this situation where you're feeling stuck with something. So that's why I'm so excited to be able to let you know at the beginning of the month, you don't have to do that this month. That's why, like Galactic Tarot, it's like your special little starseed cliff notes on the month. So now that we're seeing this, we can manifest something else. We can truly find out why this has been happening. We can journal on it. We can write about it. We can think about it. We can meditate on it. We can find out why and what pieces from this lifetime. This isn't even about going back to previous lifetimes, is what Spirit's telling me to tell you right now. It's about you taking back the high ground, learning and initializing that there has been a completion. You're not in the same reality, and moving forward with balance. So as you're doing this and moving forward with balance, if you need more proof that you're in a different reality, go research Mandela effects. Most people in metaphysics and spirituality, there's a lot of fear with the 99% of people that do similar work to what your brother does. And to me, it's very empowering to see that I'm not in the same reality that I was born into. It's very empowering to see that these things are changing, these things are shifting, because to me, I know my brain is not forgetting. I know how my brain works. I know what I remember, and I know what's gone, what's changed, and what's shifted. So instead of looking at this like, it's the devil, okay, if that's serving you, what's serving me is looking at it with purity and telling me that I left these signs here as I travel from one reality to the next, so I would know that I'm no longer in the same reality anymore. So if that suits you, then it suits you. If it doesn't, then take it with a grain of salt. But let me just tell you, that grain of salt, when Alexander gives it to you, it's a salt lamp. It's that big salt lamp at the Tucson Gem Show that you need a wheelbarrow to pick it up. Okay. Welcome. Hey, sister. Where have you been? Okay. Welcome on in, everybody. Oh. The screen looked dark for a second. We're still lit. Okay, who's next? The first water sign, Cancer. Here we go, Cancer. What time do you got? 30 exactly. Just for that, just because it's 30 exactly, we're going to do this right. Oh, yeah, let's do this right. Add that to the queue and skip that, whatever that is. Is my jam. Okay. Here we go. Automator, defy the laws of nature. CC New! Oh, it's so good. Deltron 3030, my family. If you've never heard it, if you still think you're not into hip hop, check out the Deltron 3030 instrumentals. It's Daniel Automator making hip hop with an entire orchestra. That's so good. First you coerce your brain patterns. Oh, it's so good. So ahead of its time. Okay. March 1st, March 31st. What does... One more, okay. Okay, what do we got, Cancer? This is like you shine like sterling. Cancer, you're supposed to be nurturing the rest of us. No pressure. It's only the other 11 signs you're supposed to be taking care of. I kid, but seriously, help us, Cancer. We need your help. Cancer. He's absolutely having fun. Okay. All right. Energy returning when we're in our truth. Alexander is not saying that you've been lying, but Alexander is saying that something that you're believing is not the case. You might be believing that way to enable something, enable some sort of addiction, enable some sort of person to still be in your life through some sort of codependency. There is something that is taking place emotionally and internally that during the month of March, it is your duty, if you choose to accept this mission, to find out. It's just like this arm. I don't know why I never noticed this. It was hard to me to even look at this. Look at this arm right here. It's like, it's disturbing. I don't know why I never noticed that. It's like a little too long and very oddly shaped. Anyways, my teachers who said ADD. Would you believe it? Anyways, it's your due diligence and your mission if you choose to accept it and are wanting to find whatever this is that is the lie. That is not a lie that is being spoken out loud, but is something that you're allowing It is something that you are turning a blind eye to. And it's something that is absolutely positively not serving your truth. Truth is all there is. We have to be in our truth. We have to be in our truth. It's even making me shaman burp right now. This is of the utmost importance. It's one of the most important things that I've learned since 2022. It's more important than ever before. And the people that we're seeing suffering are not living in their truth. The people that we're seeing that are have aged 6 years in 1 year, this is why. So once again, we got the sun coming up. The sun demands this, is what this is saying. What is happening with these solar flares and these ascension symptoms, and what is taking place to get you to the best version of you that you've ever been, to create this harvest, are these little quarrels, are these little clashes of the mind with these people, you going back and forth and whatever this, like, it might be an argument, it might seem like debate, it might just seem like a normal conversation, but you're feeling the energy in that powerful stomach. You have that powerful womb or moom space, whether you're a man or a woman vessel. You have that ability to feel in your stomach, and it's getting stronger and stronger every day. So tuning in on what is going on here and being able to vocalize it and verbalize it and find out what it is that's wanting to shift, what it is that's wanting to balance, and what it is that spirit is actually wanting you to know, that you want you to know this. It's like, I don't even want to talk about this as spirit. This is you. This is your other dimensional versions. This is your higher selves. This is your starseed team, plain and simple, my family. This is your archetypal functionality, and it's going to happen very fast. So it's kind of like another one of those situations where it's like, get out of your own way. You've done so much work to get here, and I can see that right here at the bottom of the deck. We've got the King of Wands down here at the bottom. But to have the mind have you feeling stuck in indecision, and especially feeling this at night, waking up at 3 a.m. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like you're under attack? Like what's going on? It could be very simple. It could be just asking for help. It could be a lot of things. It could be stopping watching pornographic material. This could be a lot of different things that you could be saying, well, I have to do that. Well, this is this is that. Or, oh, I do that because that makes this maybe where you were, but honestly, that feels like it's been a lie the entire time, and your cells know that. And you can get mad at Alexander later for pointing it out. But that's what I do, and that's what we do. Not make you upset, but to ruffle those feathers, to get you to land on the appropriate perch where you deserve to land. And where we deserve to land is based upon our current level of worthiness. So the Soul Retrieval card that was just sitting right here, this is all about you feeling like you're as worthy as you are, and you couldn't feel as worthy as you are because the human mind has no conception of how worthy you truly are. And this is something that, regardless of who you're looking at, the manliest man on the planet and the most feminine goddess on the planet, no one has any idea how worthy we truly are. And this is something that we all are navigating every day. And it might seem like, oh, whenever this happens, I get mad, I get sad, I get this, I get that. Those are all, every single one of those challenges, those tests, those blockages, however you want to label them, they're all due to unworthiness when we get to the root cause. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love when I look and 6 people left. That means he's just ripping it. And they're like, the moom. Everybody knows what the moom is. It's the man womb. He's like, oh no. He said it. He said moom. Somebody else can take that one. I don't even want the copyright on that. Be like, I was there when Alexander made up moom. You stole that. Okay, 39-33 for Leo. All right. Leo, let's do it. Release the clean. Little popper. Little popper. Little popper there. Hey. Stop it. Yolanda, no. Yolanda, stop. I love that. March. Wait, why did they shed a tear? Corey, explain. So many swords, Leo. What are we doing? Oh. There's the popper getting a little sticky. Ooh. Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Apple, peaches, pumpkin pie. Why is that on my playlist? That's not mine. How did this get on here? Anyways, the inner child, the spiritual inner child, this epic version. Oof, how are they feeling? How are they feeling? They're feeling free because the card that represents entrapment is down on its side. So it's opposite day for this inner child. Moving forward while looking backwards, we're finally able by the end of March to see something by paying attention to our dreams. Even if you're not paying attention to the dreams, I suggest you pay attention to your dreams because this is a further way to control this reality and be in a higher state of lucidity during your waking life and your lucid dreaming life. But one way or another, this is taking place. You'll be able to actually see by the end of March, some people are already seeing it, what has healed with childhood, what we have found. There was something that we were looking at. And, the example that I'd like to give towards it, not to blame mom or dad, but if, for example, as a child, we were blaming mom or dad, this would be the equivalent of us being able to be like, oh, wait a minute. Whatever the opposing parent that you were blaming, for example, if you were blaming mom, you'd actually be able to see like, wait a minute, it was actually dad that was going on with this, to then be able to get to the place where you're no longer blaming dad. We have to get to these places to be able to ask the questions, to be able to be in alignment with the truths and the purities of being able to look at it with purity. We have to be willing to make that shift ourselves. So something that was upsetting us before now seems to be a sense of power. It's helping us to be able to, when chaotic things are taking place, allow and help the feminine in our lives to feel safe. Feminine does not mean women. This could be men that are in our lives that are still or happen to be in a state of demasculation, happen to be in a state of just being an archetype that is more feminine. And that's what they came here to do. And that's what they came here to be. So when it comes to us being this father or grandfather force, that can be triggering to a certain expectation, to a certain extent, because what's actually wanting to go on here is for us to allow and to not even allow. It's not about allowing. It's just about us making sure that we are in enough control that everybody around us feels safe. Okay. And it's not your job to make them feel safe, but for us to get to the next level, this is what is going on right now. So truly asking what's going on, maybe pausing a little bit more often, listening a little bit more this month. I love what I'm seeing here. Stepping into mastery. There's a fear that we could be doing the wrong thing, but I can tell you, my family, I promise you, this is the way to go. Anytime you're ever doing something, when we're doing something as opposed to not doing something, it can't be a mistake. Because if this is something that your brain's going to think about for the rest of your life and always wonder about what if you did it, how could that be a mistake, regardless of how terrible it seemed to turn out? It's much better than being in a state of resentment or regret. Those are the frequencies that create cancers. And you are not allowed to think those things and have those frequencies within your body because you're a light warrior, you're a paladin. You came here to be able to navigate these frequencies, not only for yourself, but for others, and to be able to navigate them for others. You need to navigate them for yourself. It's very simple. So that's what this is showing. This is showing that by the end of March, people born in the zodiac sign of Leo are able to see like, oh, wow, the old me would have reacted like this. Oh, wow, the old me would have X, Y, or Z, and the new me is boom, here, bam, in my power, and just bam. Okay. And it's not. All the words that I have that I could add, they're distorted. They have a distorted lens, but it's about dominance and control. And that doesn't mean dominating, and that doesn't mean manipulation and controlling. It's about becoming dominant with our own frequency so everybody else is feeling safe, and knowing when that's happening and not using the old ways that work. The old ways that work don't work anymore. Haven't you noticed that? Regardless of what zodiac sign you are, the old way things work, they're no longer working. It doesn't feel the same when these things are taking place. If anything, it feels much, much worse. So this has to do with what you came here to do. This has to do with life purpose. This has to do with what and why you're here. So please don't be scared about doing whatever this thing is that I'm pretty sure I know what it is. I'll go live about it. I don't want it lost in the middle of a monthly video. I'm gonna go live about it. If I go live about it, I pre-record it. I might pre-record it. I don't know. We'll see. Who's next? Virgo. 4732. Okay. What do you got for us, Virgo? Annabelle. Thank you. Annabelle's getting popped up on the screen. She called me a legend. That's the secret word. It's the secret word. I called you a legend earlier, Alexander. Welcome on in, my family. Sister Soul. Boom, 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 boom. My heart. I love you, sister. Virgo, benevolent forces of the multidimensional reality, please assist Alexander in aligning a card reading for everybody born in the zodiac sign for March 1st, 2024 to March 31st, 2024. I am. Okay. All right. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sounds No. Okay, good. All right. All right. He's tuning in. He's not just sitting here staring at the card saying, all right. Um, okay. So this is actually representing having space and alone time. Okay. All right. All right. That's much better than when I thought I was reading. And I was like, I'm just going to, oh, oops, the cards fell over. All right. Anyways, the immovable object of love, you being that immovable object of love, there is something that is wanting to be collected from the past that took place during this lifetime. Okay. Could be multiple things. This could be multiple things. This could be anywhere that the person did nothing wrong. It seems like they did something wrong, but what actually happened was you gave up a piece of your power. You gave up a piece of your power by speaking your truth, by knowing your truth or speaking your truth, and then going against that feeling. It can be very, very simple. It could be something like being guilted into going to see somebody because you haven't seen them in a while. So this is the example that I give because this is the healing miracle that took place within myself as just one example of many that took place that I'm not going to share them all. But sitting and doing the work and looking through the spiritual window to find the magic of balance to make the choice to move forward. Okay, Virgo, this is about your perfection, and part of your perfection without this being done seems to be being blocked by, I'm going to say it, victim mentality. Somebody's being blamed. This person did this. This person did that. I mean, even for those of you not born into the zodiac sign of Virgo, notice with your Virgo friends and family members, there's something that is, they're trying to explain it in some way this month, which is a rationalization, which the rationalization is not the truth, and they know what the truth is. They can feel it in every cell of their body. So what you can feel is in every cell of your body. Don't allow yourself to lock yourself up. As difficult as it may be to see, as much as you might hate me during and after, you're going to love me much, much after, for doing whatever this thing that is hurting that little girl or that little boy's heart, or that little teenager, or that 20-year-old, or whatever these traumas are. These traumas were actually the things that got you to watch odd channels like you're watching right now. These were the things that were put in place to make sure that you did wake up. So there is a certain bit of gratitude, as difficult as whatever this was. I'm not taking anything away from your trauma and saying this is easy. I am not saying it's easy. I'm telling you that you doing the work is what you came here to do. And you doing this work and stepping into this new version of you that has all of these parts from the old versions of you that have been traveling through space on Spaceship Gaia, that's the one that can truly make the difference, because the inner child cannot fully braid and integrate with the self until this is done, is what this is saying. There's something where the grandfather's being blamed, so the inner child can't get in. And when I say grandfather, I don't mean actually your grandfather. This could be anybody that had a lot of masculine dominant energy. This could have been your little sister. This card represents the patriarchy and people that were brainwashed into the patriarchy. This was something that was happening from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime. You can't even blame dad. You can't even blame grandpa. You can't even blame great grandpa, because it's just how it was. That's like blaming this domino that domino fell into it. Like, who did they have to learn from? Who did you have to learn from? Forgive yourself, forgive these people, and let's move on, my beautiful family. Yes, he spits fire like that, and there's only 29 people in here right now. It used to bother me. Now I'm just like used to it. I'm just used to being your favorite tower channel's favorite tower channel. But you know, Alexander, it takes a lot to be able to handle it. And Alexander, okay. Prophet rides again. Rise. 54:35. Denise, I love you. Oh, nobody better mess with Denise. I get crazy when people mess with Denise. Everybody's like, you were crazy before anyone did or didn't mess with Denise. And we all know this. Okay. Libra, March 1st to March 31st. Quantum reading for everybody born under the Zodiac sign of Libra with assistance from the highest benevolent frequency that can assist Alexander in aligning these cards for the presence. That I am, 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 that I am. Have you guys seen what weird means in this reality? Tell me that's not a Mandela effect. Weird, the definition says, having the power to control one's fate. What the heck? I can pretty much promise you that's not what the dictionary said when I was a child, but you know, maybe my memory's failing me. Okay, Libra. Is that it? That's it. Here we go. Let's see if we can go one reading without the devil card. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Actually, I think Leo didn't have it too. Okay. Choices. Choices on how we're going to be. Seems to be a theme, doesn't it, my family? Okay. If you happen to be watching your rising sign, your Mars, and your moon, and you're hearing a theme, that's because there was one today. Okay. So having the choice, making the choice based upon not what we used to do, but what and who we are now, and the fact that that's better than okay, that's a necessity. That's a necessity for us to be in the truest essence of the divine masculine and be able to hold that safe container that allows our feminine to fill the container, whether our feminine is our feminine in our life, whether our feminine is somebody at work, somebody in business. We, as the masculine frequency, this is what they're wanting Libra to know, us as the masculine frequency, we are the ones that protect the walls of the container. How do you protect the walls of the container if you're acting like great grandpa? Okay, let's be real. So moving very quickly to getting in touch with the truth, being honest with yourself. This is talking about being honest about childhood, being honest about something that took place with siblings or the lack thereof, and something that we've been fighting about, something that's needing to release, something that we've been holding on to that's no longer serving us, Libra. Okay? There's something that's going on with how things have been done. We're looking at it like it's black and it's white, but there's every single gray in between. And I've never even gotten that interpretation of this card, but that's what just came through when I was looking at it. Spirit wanted me to let you know it's not even like there's a third way. There's much, much more than a third way. And there's something that you're looking at as it's A or B, and it goes well past the letter Z. So not that you need to find every single letter and know what every single letter is. It's just about not being so stubborn, plain and simple. Like that's the one thing I see with you know, with all the starseed lineages, all these old souls, all these old spirits. We're stubborn people, my family. And that's because we know what we know, and we feel what we feel. And we're trying to relate this based upon everything else that's going on around us. And well, that person does it like this. Well, this worked out for them. These are all different archetypal frequencies that are part of the all. They're part of the one. But you know what you need to do. And what you need to do is not make excuses based upon what just helps you not do this thing, plain and simple. It's challenging, but it looks like it's going to happen. It has to happen eventually because it's revolving around truth, being able to speaking your truth, being honest with people, like just being honest with people. And sometimes lies can be by omission. Lies are quite often lately by omission in what we're saying. So just making sure that the frequency is in the highest orders of purity, having all of the elements on the table, is you have the ability to do this month. That's why this is so important, and why I'm speaking it to you in this way that seems maybe a little bit more firm than I normally am when this stuff's coming up. Usually I dance around it and I play the drum and I'm like, you got this. You got it, Libra. You got it. No, you have to get it. You have to do this. It's very, very important, and no more excuses. Plain and simple. Alexander plucks your excuses. He'll give them back to you later. If you need them, I promise you, you will not come back to recollect them. There's something you're learning. To learn what you came here to learn, you need to release what you were taught, because you were taught this and you wanted to be taught this on your journey. You wanted to be taught this so you would look through the window to find the true divine masculine through your priestesshood, plain and simple. So there's something with your beautiful feminine goddess high priestess self, that she's able to see the masculine for what the masculine truly is, and you have belief structures that are about the masculine that are not serving anybody here. And your magic, the next level of your magic, look at these two aces, and you've got the Ace of Wands over the Ace of Swords, because this is the cloud cover, so this goes over that. This is saying that there's magic that comes from your truth during this month. So when it comes to us learning the truth, it can be easier. I won't say it'll be straight up easy. It can be easier, or we slap ourselves and we blame God or archons or the reality or dad or whatever this is. There's no point in blaming anybody for what you agreed to have happen when you got here, so you would wake up, because you're stubborn, plain and simple. You need to really be like, okay, this is unarguable. Like, some people need to see 2 signs. It looks like you need to see 3 to 4 minimum. So Scorpio 10222 10222 Scorpio, you're winning. Yeah. Appreciate everybody that likes and shares the video. You don't have to, but those of you that do, my people. I love you all unconditionally, but to those of you that hit the thumbs up button, I love you a little bit more. I'd say I'm kidding, but I'm serious. Hit the button. Let's go. All right. Oh, all right. Scorpios. I like it. Scorpio. Bang, bang. One, two, three, four, five. That sounds like the combination an idiot would have on his matched luggage. Catherine. Yes. I knew it. I knew you were there. Whenever I quote Spaceballs, I can be pretty sure that you're out there watching. Ooh, Scorpio, you're so dreamy. Look at this. But then, And then we're just going to keep going. The devil's like, this is why I act the way I do. All right. Okay. Okay. The priestess. All right. So the high priestess making the decision. The high priestess makes the decision by making the decision internally. It's not really something that is spoken out loud. It is a way of moving forward. It's a way of claiming a certain bit of conviction over the reality. Conviction sounds like a scary word. What is this saying? This is saying something with power and belief, so it will happen. This is strengthening the spell. This is something that is being done internally, Scorpio. This is having to do with the massive shift that you went through around your birthday window. So there's something that took place during November that is now just finally, the cement is hardened enough for you to walk out onto this new structure, into this new way of belief structures. And this is very, very powerful. You're having a higher connection with spirit. You're having a higher connection with ascended masters, your crossed over loved ones, starseed lineages, like whatever it is and how you get your information, this seems to have been strengthened. Okay. This is saying that with the moon, just in case the screen's going dark, let me tap that. This is saying that with the moon, this is actually talking about manifestation. This is talking about what these manifestations mean and who and what you are manifesting. So Spirit is wanting me to remind you of something very, very important. This is not about saying no to whoever this new person is that shows up, whoever this person that shows back up from the past. Paying attention who's coming up during this month of March. Because every time Alexander has seen this going on with the Scorpios that are very important to him, every time they're shining and sparkling and glittering, it's like moths to the flame. And I hate to have that belief structure, which is not in the highest orders of purity. It's just something I've observed. It's not about you hearing me say that and indoctrinating that in your reality if that hasn't been going on. I'm talking to the Scorpios that know exactly what I'm talking about and know that when their candle is burning the brightest, that's when they're attracting a turd, plain and simple. Is this person a turd? No, we're all one. They're one and the same, but they're here to teach us something. So what is it that you're wanting to be taught here? What is it that you're wanting to learn? What is it, the test that you want to be passing? And that's this whole, when this person comes up and you know this, it always ends how you know it's going to end. Like this is like crying over these 3 spilled cups when you're like, they're going to knock over exactly those 3 cups. And then being shocked when it happens. You're not allowed to do that anymore. You're not allowed to be shocked by things that you knew were going to happen. You can say, oh, wow, that's cool. Oh, wow, that's that. Oh, wow, that's weird. Oh, wow, that's fascinating. Oh, that's this. You can use all those other words that might be broken. But you're no longer to be like, why did this happen? Or asking or blaming anybody other than yourself. Because whoever this person is, just take it slow. This is all about the priestess initializing, internalizing, and then acting, but acting from a state of mental and spiritual purity and tuning in on our team to make the decisions without having to tell others about the decision that we're making. This isn't about omitting them from our truth, from the manifestation. This is about not oversharing. This is about making sure that the chicken has hatched from the egg before we say like, oh, I've got 3 chickens for sale over here when you've got 1 chicken and 2 eggs. Okay. So this is all about what is in the highest orders of importance of you stepping into your divine masculine. And for you to step into your divine masculine, once again, there's a feeling of safety coming up and there's a feeling of love, plain and simple, you being loved. There is a want to be loved, to be, maybe even for some of you, it's like physical love that you've been craving. So having this person come up and we know they're not the right person, we're not allowed to let impurities inside the vessel anymore. He's just going to say it. We're not allowed to open up the gates for people that are in impurity, plain and simple. We shouldn't even be breaking bread with these people. I'm not saying that we're better than them. I'm saying that we are the company that we keep. And it comes to a time where you have to say like, no, And then the person actually has the opportunity to grow. I've seen this over and over again. So to actually have this, boom, the rainbow light, and to make the appropriate decision, this whole thing of us being our guide, this is what you've been working towards, being your own counselor, being your own therapist, moving towards victory, knowing that's how it was. That's maybe even telling yourself that's how it is, but being okay with that instead of just having difficulty deciding whether to go left or go right until we become stagnant, plain and simple. The sun will and has obliterated all of this already. It's already been burned up by this holographic plasma light. So maybe just watching the rest of the show take place, plain and simple. Everyone knows it's windy. Okay. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. 11052. I knew water is probably better than coffee right now. Ooh, how many ones is that? Help me count the ones, my family. Sounds like I was on point. 6 ones. Thank you. Sag. Let's do it. It's the final fire sign. March 1st, March 31st, 2024. This is forces the multi-dimensional reality. Oh. I'm a stranger in the black sedan, don't you hope inside my car. Childhood, inner child or childhood? Childhood, okay. Moving towards victory. Moving towards victory with a higher state of love. The heart seems to be purified by the end of this month, if it hasn't taken place already. What you've been doing has been, whether you've realized it or not, has been working on your inner child by working on what took place in the past that was looked at as if it was karma. Was this karmic? No, it wasn't. These were, once again, you being the stubborn individual that you are as well. You needed a very strong sign from yourself and these reflections of yourself through parents and grandparents and whatever the traumas are that you grew up through, whether it was a money blockage or anger, sadness, cheating, whatever it was that you had to deal with and find your way through these traumas that only you know, to the extent that you know. Those are the elements that are on the table that got you to where you are. So seeing and knowing where you are and where you're going, looking at these two cards connected, this person likes drama, okay? This person avoids all drama. This is the number 9. This is this was the card of the day today as well, on the 1st of the month. This card of basically, this is representing someone that's being alone. This card represents somebody that can't be alone. So this has been balanced. So what this is saying is during the month of March, if it hasn't been dealt with completely, some level of codependency has been transmutated and the worthiness has been found in it. And why maybe not the why, but why you chose that has come in as well. That might take some time to get through the, through the strainer of life, the colander of life, if you will. But yeah, this was not easy to do, is what this is saying. People watched you do something that they were like, could I have done that? So looking forward from there, what you're hoping for, you're hoping, whether you realize this or not, it might be a subconscious thought with this is inevitable. Your reality will shift around you now because you've done this. So that's what you're going to see going forward is your circle changes. Because we are the company that we keep, there will be some people that are so triggered by what you've done, they can't be around that level of truth. And there are going to be some new people that come in. So old people have the opportunity to make the shift into balance on the journey, to stop making excuses, to remove and leave this karmic wheel that we are the ones that spin it. We are the ones that spin the wheel towards karma. The way that I like to picture it is when the karma wheel is spinning, it's the same wheel. And the wheel's spinning like a coin. It's spinning this way. But we have to get this spin to stop so the wheel can actually spin like a wheel. Okay? So that's the way that Spirit showed it to me like a month ago. And I wanted to share that with you guys today because I loved that when I saw that, like how they explained the wheel and how the wheel spins and how the wheel moves. So once again, here it comes up again. This is the masculine form of the High Priestess, having balance with the truth, making the appropriate decisions and making them multidimensionally. So to make them multidimensionally, you need to show yourself that you can be here in the present moment and heal the past. You can heal your childhood. You can heal your teenager. You can heal last week from here by just realizing and internalizing and just finding the purity in it, finding the gratitude in it, being happy that these people existed, even if there's some belief structure where you're like, Alexander, I don't want to do that. It's been serving me and it's been helping me to be mad at that person. It will get to the point where you no longer will be able to do that, plain and simple. That's the most loving and nice way he can say it. Eventually, you'll have to see that is it's an excuse. And I know that nobody knows how difficult what you went through but you. But please just remember and just think back. Your stubborn nature, you needed a really strong guiding force. And the guiding force was to guide you to look inwards and ask God why a repeating pattern was happening. So you needed a really strong repeating pattern. So just to kind of let these reflections of the self maybe have a little bit more chance going into that meditation if you choose to accept that mission. My beautiful family member listening to this. Whew. Somebody was getting mad. My oof. Get him. Get on his shoulder and just. Imagine trying to drain the sun. I'm just kidding. 118. The fastest way to stop being drained is to remember that you're undrainable. Such a Leo thing to say, Cindy. Yeah. Okay, Capricorn, let's go. What do we have? Okay. Nothing forces the multidimensional reality. Please assist Alexander with aligning a card reading under the Zodiac sign of Capricorn. March 1st, 2000. Just the soul. Just the soul. Melody. Aw. Thank you for the super sticker, sister. Was that 3? That was 3. Do I do one more? Nope, cut it. Okay. Thank you, Melody. Freaking love you guys. Oh, is it just there? Okay. Here we go. What do we have, Kat? Moving forward while looking back. Where's more childhood stuff? Oh. I need like that little like chipmunk going dun 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 right now. Okay. My God. Really? He's the only one who's going to say it. Okay. Isn't my job fun? It's fun. I love it. Sometimes I got to say stuff. Sometimes I get to say stuff that's not easy to say. And that's what I'm saying, right? Oh, boy. Whatever this thing is that you're so mad about, you might not even be able to remember it because you're so mad about it. But however mad about it you are, you're still not mad enough. He's going to say it. The full brunt and the full bluntness of the anger of what has taken place needs to be felt for you to be able to move forward and get off of where you are on that mountain peak. It's like it seems like you're in the highest place that you can be right now, but I promise you there's another mountain peak. You just aren't seeing it because there's a cloud in the way. And I just want to normalize your anger. You whatever took place, whether you can remember it or you can't remember it. Oh God, it's making me burp. Whatever took place, whether you can remember it or not remember it, how mad you've been was not mad enough. Now, being mad and staying mad is not the answer, but the full capacity of the anger needs to be felt for you to be able to move forward. So what does that look like for you? Okay. Be safe and be careful with what you're doing, but maybe working out for some might work. Maybe for others, they have to actually go out into the woods and chop down a tree and chop it up into little logs and really just massacre the F word out of that wood. Always ask your doctor before chopping down a tree. Always remember that. Yeah, it's hard to even joke right now. It's a lot, my family. Whatever it is, there's some belief structure where it's been blocked out because it seems like a betrayal by God or betrayal by the universe. And I can promise you it's not that. It's something you came here to heal for all of us. And I thank you for choosing such a difficult matter, Capricorn. You've got it because you're here and you're hearing about it. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot to the point where, like I said, you either remember it right now and you know exactly what I'm talking about, or you're having this reasoning right now. You're like, well, maybe that's why I can't remember that year. Maybe that's why I can't remember this or that. It's very traumatic, but it doesn't have to stay that way. That's kind of the most I can really add in about it, because it would be a disgrace for me to sit here and try to explain something to you that I don't know to the degree that you know it. So I can tell you that what you're doing has to do with archetypally all of us making it back to whole and making it back to center and making it back to us realizing that we're all these little fragments and pieces of original creator of our soul on this mission. But please don't blame yourself for anything that took place. Please don't think, oh, I must have been a bad person and this is happening because of karma. That is absolutely not true. You're the one who's handling this because you're the only one who can handle that exact little piece. You are not stuck. There's support around you. Your brother is right here making sure co-creation engaged. Whatever this is, I have got your back. I've got your front, multidimensionally on all dimensions in the highest order of benevolence. Whatever this is, transmutation engaged, transmogrification engaged. Let's get this done. Let's balance this all together. Let's get it done, my family. Okay? So when these things come up, whatever's coming up this month, making sure that you're taking alone time, making sure that you're going into meditative state. Nature is very supportive. To truly embody and to integrate the highest orders of divine masculinity, the divine masculine needs to be forgiven, and the divine masculine could have been coming up in both sexes, just as a reminder. But it seems like the majority of people, this has to do with something with a masculine figure in their lives that, yeah, maybe we can look at them like they're the worst, they're an a-hole, they're this or that. But once again, what did their great-great-great-great-grandfather do to their great-great-great-grandfather, and so on and so forth? Who did they have to learn from, honestly? Teresa. Big hug, Capricorn. Capricorn's getting a hug. I freaking love you guys. Yes. Okay. Whew, that one like actually made me sweat. That was Capricorn. I freaking love you guys. We've got this. You've got this. Aquarius 12605. Oh, that was a lot. All right, hold on. Let me put these cards out for a second. All right, just a little bit. Rom. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Aquarius. Some of us laugh when it's awkward or uncomfortable. I just want to let you guys know that. That friend that you were like, why are you smiling? Why are you laughing right now? Sometimes when your brother Alexander's laughing. So he doesn't cry, plain and simple. So, yeah, let me put these cards down for a second. Are we good? Rom? We're good, right? Clear the deck again. I'm going to clear the deck again. We'll just update this time to 127.39. 27.39. So that way, Aquarius will never know. They'll never know. Okay, feels better now. Thank you, everybody. The multi-dimensional everybody that is all that is. Mr. Okay. Balance of the masculine and feminine. Waiting for an offering that hasn't come. Something you're waiting for. Is this a physical offering? Very few. Very few. Okay, very few. Yeah, because when I see these two cards together, sometimes I think it's like somebody's waiting for a marriage proposal. It's very, very, very few. This is more, it's about business. It's multidimensional. Okay. It's an offering. It's an offering you've been waiting for. There's something you've been waiting for. A job offer, a love offer, something from a bank. This can be a lot of different things that are taking place. But we're seeing like something seems to be standing still, at least at the beginning of March. Let's keep looking forward to see what this is on the journey. Okay. You remember when this was happening in the past. Okay. All right. Excellent. So Spirit wants you to tune in on the feeling of this thing happening. This thing has actually reached a certain level of stagnation because it was supposed to reach a certain level of stagnation to let you know that you're the key here, and it's your feeling, it's your passion, it's your enthusiasm on why things happen, why things flow, why one business succeeds and why another one fails. It is because you need to be excited about it. If you're no longer excited about it, you need to do what you're excited about. So it's very, very true for people born under that zodiac sign. And that's why like some signs and some people are triggered by that, like, oh, they're here and they seem so grounded and they're here right now and then they're gone. Not that you do that all the time, but like that's honestly, that's a good thing for Aquarius, because you cannot allow yourself to keep doing things like other zodiac signs. They can push themselves through something, they can grim and bear it. It's very important that you're doing what you're excited about doing. It has effects. I won't say it's like gonna, like, I know we see the death card here. It's not like you're gonna die if you're not doing it, but at the same time, it's very, very important that you're doing what you're excited about doing. So all that's been going on with whatever the stagnation in is, Spirit's wanting you to go in the present moment, back to the past moment for when the similar situation happened. What did it feel like? When we use feeling transcends space and time. This is why when somebody, wears that old t-shirt that they wore on a first date and the relationship ended traumatically, or like they look at something, they see a car, they see a bottle of alcohol from a night where I'll never drink that again. There's situations that in the present moment will produce cortisol. And this is scientific, my family. There's nothing spiritual about this. But the brain does not know the difference between if that trauma is happening for the first time or based upon the memory. So even though we're just thinking of a memory, it's still the body and the brain think that trauma is happening again. So to know that about trauma, let's know that about these gifts, about these epic shifts that have happened, about those jobs you got and the love you had and the things. And to go back to that feeling, it's the feeling that manifests it and makes it take place. And that's what your higher selves, other dimensional versions, your highest, your starseed lineages, that's what they're all wanting you to know, is like communicating with them, communicating with yourself, and knowing that this is what they've been and you've been wanting you to learn, is how to further create these magical opportunities. So fearing what could come up, that's part of life until we make it not part of life. Remembering how strong you are, how powerful you are, and how many shifts you've gone through to get here. You know that you've got this, and whatever's coming up is making you stronger. Whatever's coming up is showing you how powerful you are. It's like, just like, to pass that test, or to, I hate to even call it a test, like when something just seems challenging, knowing what the challenge is and taking responsibility within the self on why that challenge is still coming up. If that challenge seems to be a repeating pattern, then we still haven't learned the answer to the equation. So whatever this indecision is at the end of the month, indecision about our magic and what to do. Once again, Alexander gives you the cliff notes on the month of March, Aquarius. If you're not excited about it, don't do it. Be excited about whatever it is, and be firm in that belief structure and have conviction in that belief structure. Okay. What is this? Sometimes like a song, like it was good in theory, and then sometimes there's a song that wasn't good in theory or action, and that is this song. surfing music. That'll do it. Sometimes I listen to my own playlist and I'm just like, what is this? It's like omnipolar. It's not even bipolar. It's omnipolar. It's like, how do you go from an R&B song to a surfing song from the 60s? Pisces, happy birthday. You said at the same time as me, Corey. Corey, did you send me the thought? Corey's like, you forgot. Corey's ship. Corey, get out of here. Don't get out of here. Give me a hug. I'm kidding. Corey's all like, hey, why? I had to travel through 14 stargates to get here in 22 seconds. Pisces, we're going to do this. All right. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh. It still goes dark. Why? We're going to figure this out. Okay. Pisces, pinnacle forces, the multidimensional reality. March 31st, 2024 for the I am that I am. Don't know what to get your Pisces? Oh, what is he even doing? He doesn't do it often, but when he does, oh my God. What is he even doing? He's lost his mind in the best possible way. 24 karat gold magnets set inside of the lions? I don't know if you saw this yet. I don't know if you checked your email yet, those of you that are on the mailing list, but the Year of Dragon, otherwise known as the Yod. Quite possibly one of the most powerful bracelets he's ever made. Yes, that is a Moldavite. It is a Moldavite. I'm out of my mind in the best possible way. CrystalCurrent.com. Those are the things. That's the March special. Snoozeth and thou shalt loseth. Okay. Ye who shout snoozeth. I should do like a greatest highlights video of like the times that I went live, because I always go live on that day, and I know you guys are waiting for it. There would be some highlights from today in the best possible ways. Yeah, that one. That's the one. Okay. Anyways, moving forward while looking backwards. That seems to be the theme. It seems like we're healing something from the past. This is about, so look at this. This is both cards where the person's not looking where they're going. This one, they're looking up. This one, they're looking back, but they're over each other. So this is about you, Pisces, moving forward, because that's all that you can do. I mean, even look at the fish. How does a fish swim backwards? I mean, other than a salmon being able to swim upstream, that's about as close as it gets. But right here we have the Empress card. So looking where we're going with that nurturing mother frequency. The nurturing mother frequency is what is coming in. It's why people come to you. It's why people ask you, like, what do I do? What is this? What is that? And like a lot of times we're thinking, like, am I even equipped to answer this question? Like, why is this? Why is this question? Why are they asking me this question? Because they know that even if you don't have the answer in this present moment, you have that answer, and you will be attaining that answer to the questions that you're being asked in that present moment, and the questions that you've been asked in this lifetime. Think back to it now. How many times were you asked a question, Pisces, and you were like, I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that. And then sure enough, you eventually do know the answer to it, and you sure as heck know the answer to it now. So this is talking about something from the past you already retrieved. And that's what I'm getting this as. You were asked a question, you didn't know it, and you know it now. So looking at that, when people ask you a question, instead of just being like, well, I don't know. Why do they keep coming? Why are these people coming up for me? They're coming up for you because you absolutely have the answer, and you are the one that, if you don't have it, will be getting it momentarily. So the Queen of Fire right here, the Queen of Fire with the Paladin, with this light warrior, so to speak. For you to be in the highest vibrations of what you came here to do, you have to stop putting off meditation, okay? Even if you've been meditating, remembering back to how you were feeling when you were meditating the most, or like truly answering your own question of why hasn't this thing been happening? It hasn't been happening because more work is being asked to be put in, and you worked hard to get here. And there might be certain constraints with time. And do I have the time to do this? And where do I find the time? You have to make the time. And it's like, I don't want you meditating in bed every night and just falling asleep during the meditation. No. But if that's all there can be, that's better than nothing. It's very important. Your team wants you to know it's very important. So having the house on the hill in manifestation, creating these things energetically, you have the capacity very much so to do this right now. Do this on your own. It's not even about needing support to do this. You've had the support to get to where you are, but there's something that you're wanting to do for you. Whether or not you actually end up doing this just for you or getting the support that you deserve and you're worthy of, time will tell that, because it looks like you're trying to do something on your own, that it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. You're not any less of a person. It's not weakness if you need help with whatever this thing is. Maybe that's the thing that's healing from the past, is your inability to ask for help. Is this for most, for a lot? Yeah, at least what about 50%? Higher than 50% of you born into the sign of Pisces that are hearing this message. You're being asked to ask for help when you need help, instead of just dealing with it and trudging through it and pushing through something. Who is that helping? Who is that helping? You know, and honestly, for me as a Leo, the way I've been like looking at this, it's honestly, it's kind of upsetting for me when somebody I really love is like wanting to ask me for help and then not doing it, and then saying like, oh, I was thinking about it. It's like the people I really love, like, you know, I love everybody, but like the people I like, they're the people I break bread with on a Sunday night. Like I expect, and I know we're not supposed to have expectations, but it's like I expect them to not go through it too much if I'm here and I could be of assistance, even if I'm not having the capacity to show up in that way. At least ask. There's nothing wrong with asking. And that's what this reading is, at least for a lot of you, is about, is being able to ask. Some of you, there is something that you do want to complete on your own, but just really look at that and ask yourself why. If any of those why you want to do this on your own and why you're not asking for help is because of egoic purposes or proving somebody wrong or anything like that, that's got to go, my family. The offering comes from us being in alignment with our truth. So there's that. Having all of the elements on the table with the child, with the grandfather, with all aspects of the self, and moving forward with that level of conviction, that level of power, that level of... Stern does not mean that we're angry. Stern means that we're firm in our belief structure, in our virtues. That's the way I'd like to say it. Our magical virtues. Okay. So, party, Pisces. We see the party card right here at the bottom. It's your birthday window. I love you so much. I love you all so much. It is, that's it. We made it. We made it through another one. I'll probably see you before the 15th, but at the latest, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification to be alerted when I do the skull channeling. That's always a blast. That's always fun. Patrons, I'll see you tomorrow. The patron is Galactic Tarot. Through the patron, it's down in the commenty things down at the bottom. Yeah, Crystal Current, the odd. Look at that. Chem, somebody else. Oh, it's stuck to the tripod. Let's look at this. Okay, let's get rid of that camera. Thank you for the super sticker. Oh my God, you guys are just, I love you. You're showering me. You're showering me, and I love it. Okay. So yeah, that's the Yod. That's the Yod bracelet right there. Year of Dragon, the Yod. Oof, oof, oof. So much information on that one. And there's also this beauty. Okay. That's the amplifier that goes with it. Anybody who gets this comes with it for free, but you can also just get that if you're drawn to the amplifier. I love you all so much. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to go eat some food. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super stickers. Thank you for the people that hit the like button. Thank you for just viewing this. If you just sat there and viewed it and haven't hit any of the buttons, I still appreciate you being here and showing up on the first every month. I love you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Mwah.